Nanny Pally, aka the Crafty Princess and Dog Collector, and this is another episode of Yarn and Dollies. Today is June 6, 2017, and it has been raining here like crazy in Florida for the past few days. In fact, my husband and I are getting ready to hopefully swim out and go catch some lunch at Olive Garden, but we'll see. Dogs have their legs crossed, so we need to get the guys outside. So I thought I'd go ahead and record a Yarn and Dollies because I do have quite a bit of yarn type items to show you. On the dolly front, which I guess I'll go into dollies first, I've got this girl with me. This is a fake Blythe doll. Obviously she's a fake Simply Mango. You've probably seen her. I did an unboxing of her. I showed how I cut her hair and that kind of thing. I didn't show exactly how I cut it. I just showed the afterwards, I guess, because her hair was like way down here. And I'm kind of looking for a companion doll to go with my with Farrah, who is Disco Boogie, and I want to keep kind of retro. So I put this outfit on this particular doll, who does not even have a name. I don't really have a name for this doll. I don't remember if I initially did or not, and it's not like I'm not necessarily bonding with her. I really do like her. I love the Simply Mango doll, and she's pretty darn close. And she has purple front-facing eyes, which are like, you guys know how much I love those. And she's actually a pretty nice doll. She's in good shape. Her body's good, all that good stuff. So I do like the doll. I'm not sure if she's a retro kind of doll. I picked this shirt because I noticed that the center of the flowers match the color of her hair. And I put these are Disco Boogie's stock jeans on her, and she's just kind of going barefoot. Let me know what you think. If you think this doll, who is still unnamed, if you have a name, I'm open to suggestions. Do you think she would be a good companion doll with Disco Boogie? I don't know. So that's what's on the dolly front for me today. As far as yarn, like I said, I have a lot going on, many projects. In fact, let me break here because I forgot to take I'm back, and I will put some still shots at the end of this video, but because this is quite large and it's probably hard to see all of it, but I finished the Hotel of Bees crochet shawl. Yes. Boy, this bent my noodle. This was a lot of, I don't want to say work. I mean, you know, to me, it's the process, not the product necessarily, especially because I live in Florida, so I will not be able to wear something like this for quite some time. Yes, this is Hotel of Bees. It's a shawl patterned by, I'm looking at my notes, Christina Hadderingh. And there was a crochet along that started around April 15th or so and ended on May 31st. I did not make the deadline. I have been really sick on and off since April, mid-April, and I mean like really like in bed for days, kind of sick. And then I went on a cruise for a week. If you notice, I'm still posting videos about my cruise. I've done a cruise review of sorts that I recorded videos while I was on the cruise with my sister tapping flamingo, and then I got back and then I got sick again. So that did not bode well for my crafting, but yes, I'm super happy with it. It's soft as butter. This yarn, I love. I mean, I always liked the yarn from, it's called Expressions Fiber Arts. She is an indie dyer. She has beautiful colorways. I love all her colorways. This particular yarn is super soft because it is it's got tinsel in it. Yeah, so it's a tinsel sport. It's called her Luster Superwash Merino Tinsel Sport. So that's why it's super soft. It's not just regular merino. The colorways, the gray is called Kitten. This it's kind of an off-white. It looks white, but it's a little off-white. Is called Cloud. And then the purple, which has, you know, different. It's got purples and brownishes and grays and stuff mixed in with it, is called Silver Moon. But yay, so after I did this, I thought, you know, I'm on a roll. Maybe I'm getting a little too cocky, but I was like, okay, I'm going to do another project that's going to require brain power. I'm going to keep it crochet because that's, you know, kind of in my comfort zone since I have more experience crocheting than knitting. And I pulled out an old project, which is, by the way, in a new, I got this bag. I asked Laura Lee Yurto to make this for me. She has the Knits and Beads podcast. And she was showing this typewriter fabric, and she'd already made this owl bag that I purchased from her. So I said, could you make me one just like that, only with the typewriter? And she did. So back to my project. So I pulled out an old project I had started actually in 2015, according to my notes in Ravelry, and I just could not get her done. It's called the Thistle, where's it at? It's from NEXT Stitch, and let me fold it over this way. There you go. And it's called the Milk Thistle Shawlette. And I have, the yarn I'm using is from Cascade. It is, let's see, it is, oh, and this designer, her name is Amy Hirtes, Hirtes. This is on Ravelry, and it's a paid-for pattern, by the way. Not super expensive, though. I'm using Heritage hand-painted Sark yarn from Cascade, and a size G hook, and at some point, I think when I do the trim, I have to go down a size to either F or E or something like that. This is 75% merino, 25% nylon. It's soft. It's not like crazy soft, but it's pretty soft, and I just love the colors in this. You can see that's pretty true color right there. And I think I'm on about, now I'm about the 4th or 5th row. You can see it's very lacy. Hopefully I am going to finish this. I got on to, I was following it, even though she also has, I'll just show you real quick, she also has a graph, but she has step-by-step instructions, and they're pretty detailed, I have to say. But I got down to, I think I was like on row 3 or 4 or something like that, and the numbers weren't working out, and at the end I was like, it wasn't making sense. So I thought, maybe, you know, maybe, I mean, I banged on it. I could not get it to work, so I checked on Ravelry just to make sure there was no error, and there wasn't any posted, but I did see notes from people. There's only about 10 people who have actually made this shawl on Ravelry, and 3 of the 10 mentioned that they found errors in the written instructions, but that the graphs seem to be fine. And I do know how to read, you know, graph patterns, so, and actually I usually kind of do both together. I don't know why I hadn't really looked at the graph that much, or the chart. I hadn't really looked at the chart very much. But anyway, so I went back to that row, looked at the chart, figured it out, and did a few more rows using the chart. So I'm just going to use the chart for now, and not, because I did actually find, later I went back and I did find an error in one of the stitches that she had you do. So it was something like you're supposed to loop over, you know, 4, and she had 5, you're supposed to loop over 5 or something like that. It just wasn't correct. So so anyway, yeah, I'm going to attempt to do the shawl just by the chart. If at some point I can't do it, then I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to beat myself up about not doing it, because there is obviously something wrong with the chart, or not. I'm going to assume there's something wrong with the chart if I can't seem to follow it well enough. I'm not going to put it on me, but I feel kind of confident now that I'm going to be able to do this. So that's the next thing, the next crochet thing I'm working on. And it is one of those things where I can't do a lot of other things. I can barely, a lot of times I have to, if I'm watching a video or something, I have to stop it. And then my knitting, I'm still doing the Linus shawl. I'll just show that real quick because it's the same thing. I'm in the yellow part now, so that's kind of cool. And I've gotten down to the point where I can actually start seeing finally the ball, the cake is feeling smaller. So so I have like yellow, and I go into oranges and reds. Hopefully I'm gonna like this when it's done. I mean, really, this is the shape, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's kind of weird shaped. I mean, it is asymmetrical, but I don't know. right now I'm kind of like not loving it. Just the way it looks, I'm not, for some reason, I'm not in love with it. So yes, so that's something I'm working on. And then I got a publishers send me books to review on my blog, a lot of craft books, and I received this book in the mail to review Little Loom Weaving. Okay, and I was like, huh, you know, a couple years ago my husband bought me a loom kit, and I just stuck it away somewhere, and I totally had forgotten I even had it, so I pulled it out. It's this little kit, and the instructions for the kit, not a big surprise because it's made in China, are totally not clear. But between the instructions and some of what's in this book, I have figured out how to put it together, and I'm doing, oh, this fell off, crap. Oh, Lord. Yikes. I was looming. I had it in this bag. Hopefully I can get that back together again. Shoot. So this makes me think this is not so portable like I thought it was going to be. Hopefully I can just pop these back on. These are the, I think they're the Wef. Eek. So, yikes. Because this thing was in here. This was in here and through here. So anyway, I'm kind of playing around with this. It's not a huge deal if I don't make it work or not. I'm not like dying to loom, but anyway, I just thought it would be interesting because since I had the loom and then this book, which is kind of cool, this even has information on how to make a loom in here if you really want to go crazy. So look, I may do a video review of this later, or sometimes I do video reviews of books, and sometimes I just write them up on tammypally.com and post them. So though you can find all my videos, for the most part, I post them also on tammypally.com. So anyway, that's another project that looks like it's not going so well. Bummer. And let's see, what else am I doing? Is that it? Oh, so that's what I've got going on as far as my knitting and everything. I have some jewelry plans, but honestly, my work area, I worked on it a little bit yesterday, but that room is kind of a crazy mess because when I was getting ready for my trip, I had to just like dump a lot of stuff in there, go through things, figure out what I was going to bring with me. And yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those, like, that room, it's the junk room of the house, sort of like /studio/guest room, and it tends to get kind of messy. And then of course that means I need to clean it before I can even make anything, and all my jewelry stuff for the most part is in there because I have lots of furry helpers, and that is one room that I don't have cats or dogs in to help me with stuff. So but I did make a little headway in there yesterday, so hopefully maybe the next few days I can actually make some jewelry. As far as yarn stuff, if that thistle shawlette is a no-go, then I will probably very soon, or in the near future, I'm in the mood to make another kind of complicated crochet shawl, basically. So that's what I've been looking for, and I found this is a free pattern. I found it online, and not only is it a free pattern, but there are a video showing you how to make it. So I thought it was pretty cool. This is intermediate level. Let me find my glasses here. This is intermediate level. It's put out by Stitch Nation. This is Stitch Nation. It's designed by Kimberly K. McLinden. And hold on, I have the video here up on my computer on this other. It's called the Sidewalk Shawl. And if you have Marley Bird, who has a great YouTube channel, you should definitely subscribe to her. She knits and crochets, and she is the spokesperson, etc., for Red Heart. And Red Heart is the company that published this. And you could download it. I found this through Ravelry, so if you just wanted to Google Sidewalk Shawl, right there, Sidewalk Shawl, all this will come up where you can go through Ravelry if you want to get it in your library over there, which I love having that library, because sometimes I'll be someplace and I want to look at a pattern and I don't have it with me and I don't have it on my iPad. I can or phone. I can go over, log into Ravelry and pull it up through my library. So that's super handy. I don't like the fringe on this. Let's see if there's another. Yeah, I apologize if this picture is in black and white. I didn't feel like using my color ink. It's got a pineapple shape, sort of lacy pineapple, and it's real big. I don't like the fringe, so I will not be adding fringe. I'm not a fringe person. Fringe starts looking ratty after a while. So, and I purchased some Madeline Tosh because it was on sale. So I got 2 skeins of the Sport Weight. It's in the Dirty Hairy colorway. And I'm thinking of using this, even though they use a worsted weight yarn. I think I could use this and be okay. Because it's a pretty thick, it's pretty, to me, it's a good size. It's on the thicker side. So I think it's even light worsted, it could be considered. I will see. I'll see how that goes. But I think hopefully 2 of these will be enough to make the shawl. I haven't done all the number crunching as yet, but that's the plan. If not, I might just find what I have in my stash and use 2 colors somehow to do this. I was really hoping actually to find just a 2-color big shawl pattern, but most of what I'm finding are either 3 colors or just 1 color, not 2. And I would say when I was doing this, because I changed the colors, it's the colors that were originally in the original Hotel of Bees. She used white, like a mustardy yellow, and a light blue. It turned out looking great, but they were just colors that I would never ever wear. They just would not look good on me, and it's just not something I would even wear. So I'm a purple person, and I had this in my stash already. So, okay, Herbie just jumped up there. So yeah, Herb, go ahead, walk over. Okay, there's a box up there he likes to hang out in. You gonna look at it? Herbert, hi. All right, so anyway, so yeah, I haven't found anything that's not, I don't want something that's like super duper easy. I had to fix the camera after that little Herbie visit. So yeah, I'm looking for a pattern that, I want something that's kind of intermediate level, that's going to make me use my brain a little bit, that's not just mindless crochet, but nothing that's overly complicated. So if you know of any crochet patterns out there like that, that would take like 2 skeins of Sport Weight, which has, I don't know if they have the, let's see, how many, I don't know if they have the yardage on here, but it's probably about 300 or 400. Yeah, this has 287 yards, so I've got 2 of these. So something that's around 500 to 600 yards. Hopefully, yeah, if you know of anything like that, let me know. But yeah, I can't resist a Madeline Tosh sale. But I was good. I only got the 2 skeins. And lately, what I've been trying to do when I buy yarn is buy 2 skeins of the same colorway, even though of course these look different because they're hand dyed. The 1 skein thing, I end up with a lot of single skeins, and I realize sometimes when I make things, I don't have enough yardage. So I'm trying to be good and just not buy a whole bunch of different colors that are just different, to either buy 2 skeins that are the same colorway or buy some neutrals like the Ghost and the Kitten that I can mix with other colors. So, well, I'm going to attempt to take the dogs out. I think it maybe stopped raining. I don't know. I hope so. I just need enough of a window to get those guys out there for a few minutes, and then I will be heading off to have some soup and salad. I hope everybody has a wonderful Dolly day, crafting day. As usual, I always appreciate a thumbs up, and thank you so much for stopping by. Newbies, hello, please subscribe. Oldies, thanks for coming by again. I know there are tons and tons of videos out there, so I always appreciate it when I get a few views. There's a lot of YouTube competition. So, and you know, your time is very valuable, so I appreciate it when you come and spend it with me. Otherwise, I guess that's it. Have a wonderful Dolly and crafting day. Goodbye.